friends and fellow devotees of the Lord. Namaskars to every one of you. And now we'll proceed to the question answer session. Question number 1.
Dear Dada, all of us who are here would like to say the talent is yours and we are yours. And everything that was there today was by you. Thank you, Dada.
You.
Dada, the first question is, which was the incident that you wanted to tell us just now and you stopped? One more incident, Dada, about Bada Dada that you were going to say.
There is that incident of which I am very fond of relating. You may have heard it again and again, but it can easily stand one more repetition because it gave us a new perspective on life, because it taught us a new lesson which nobody has taught us as far as I know so far. One day we were walking on the roadside and from a distance Sadhu Vaswani saw someone lying underneath a tree. Coming closer, he found that someone was a poor beggar. His clothes were torn and dirty. His feet were covered with mud. He asked me to bring a bucket of water. We were walking along the road, but you had not seen, as this was in Pakistan. When I'm talking of the days when India was not yet divided. So close by was a house, and I went and asked for a bucket. They very kindly gave it to me, filled it with water, brought it and placed it before Sadhu Vaswani with his own hands. This prince amongst men, he had only to lift up a finger. Hundreds of us would rush to find out what his command was. With his own hands, he cleanses the body of the beggar and passes on to him his own shirt to wear. Would you believe it? Just a few days ago, a few days earlier than this incident, normally he used to wear one shirt. But 3 or 4 days before this incident took place, he started wearing 2 shirts. So I asked him, Dada, we used to call him Dada. I asked him, Dada, why do you wear 2 shirts? Is it so cold? He only smiled as if to say, my child, you will get the answer at the right time. The right time was then. He cleansed the body of the beggar, passed on to him one of his shirts to wear. And the poor man pointed to the cap that was on his head. He, without the least hesitation, he passed on the cap to him. But remember, the teaching that he gave me on that occasion, I have not been able to forget it. I don't know if I have practiced it, but I have not been able to forget it. He said, this shirt and this cap and everything that I own is a loan given to me to be passed on to those whose need is greater than mine. I think this one simple teaching can transform the whole world if only we put it into practice. Everything that we have, it is really a loan because we leave it behind. We can carry nothing with ourselves. Empty-handed we came into this world. Empty-handed we leave it. Everything that you keep on earning millions upon millions, billions upon billions. You say so and so is the richest man in the world. Will he be allowed to carry $1 with himself? No. All his dollars he leaves behind. How can he claim all those dollars? How can he say that they are his? If they are his, he should be able to carry it as the call comes to him to enter into the great beyond.
Dada, what would you like to say to the administrative staff who are present here today of the Sadhu Vaswani mission?
Do your duty and a little more. Do your duty and a little more.
Pranam Dada, why do we meet people in the journey of life who hurt and cheat us.
They come to teach us lessons which we need to learn. When we have learned those lessons, all of them will disappear, or they will change their attitudes over you.
Dada, we try to improve our habits, but we cannot. What can I do to change my habits?
Habits you cannot change on your own. You need the help of a superpower. Why? Because habits are a part of the karma that you bring with yourself into this world. And you can't fight your own karma unaided. Appeal to the Lord, God. God has two aspects, as I have repeatedly said. He is our mother, He is our father. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Appeal to Him in the aspect of the mother. Ma, just cry out to Him. He is with you. He is not far away from you. He doesn't need a telephone to talk to Him. All you have to do is to enter into silence and call Him. Ma, this dirty habit that I have tried to get out of it. But as many times as I have tried, I have failed. It is only when your love and your wisdom and your patience and your qualities enter into me that in your love, in your wisdom, in your patience, in your qualities, I will be able to face every situation, every temptation and every test and come out victorious. But the victories are not mine, they are thine, Mother. Jaya, 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 Jagadamba. Jaya, 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 Jagadamba. This prayer repeated over and over again will show results. You will be able to conquer any habit that you have. But this prayer needs to be repeated over and over again. It has been tried and tested in many cases and it has worked.
Dada, if we are not wrong and we are blamed for it, what should we do?
If we are not?
Wrong.
We are blamed for it. Accept the blame. You will go one step forward. You will rise one step upward on the ladder. Yes.
Dada, why in today's world money has more importance than relations?
That shows that humanity has degenerated. Yes, because we are in the midst of what is called Kali Yuga. There are 4 yugas through which the world has to pass. There is the Satya Yuga, the Treta Yuga, the Dwapar Yuga. Now we are in the lowest yuga, Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, it's all the play of money. It's all the play of dishonesty. It's all the play of untruth. It's all the play of all the vices. Yes, but we have to pass through it. But living in Kali Yuga, we can bear witness to Satya Yuga. In our heart, we should each one of us build a Satya Yuga. We must always stand up for truth, even though the heavens fall. We must not blame anybody, we should lay the blame on ourselves. Even though we have done nothing wrong. That is the rule of Satya Yuga. So if only we can build Satya Yuga in our heart, we shall always be happy. Therefore, gratefulness. Be grateful for everything. Somebody insults you, be grateful to him. Gautama Buddha was sitting in silence when a young man came and threw at him a flood of invectives, abuses. All the abuses that he could find in the dictionary, he came and flung at Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha quietly heard all those abuses. Then finally, when the young man was tired of speaking, he stopped And Gautama said to him, may I ask you a question? If you were to take a gift to a friend, and the friend did not want it, he did not accept it, to whom would the gift belong? And the young man said, what a dullard you are, what a question you are putting. If a friend brings a gift and you don't accept it, it goes back to the friend. Then Gautama Buddha said to him, all those words that you have given to me, I don't accept, they come back to you.
My dearest beloved Dada, I love you very much. Do you love me too?
I will first see you before I answer. If you will stand up in public or meet me in private, I'll give you the answer. But this, let me tell you, that my master said, you must love everyone. Everyone is an image of God. He went so far as to say, he said, service of the poor is worship of God. The poor whom we do not wish even to look at, they are images of God. They are images of the eternal. That is how we should treat them. Yes.
Dada, when anybody asks me for help, I always help them. But there are some people who take undue advantage of my nature. What should I do?
There will always be some who will take undue. You think they are taking undue advantage, but they are only balancing your karma. Maybe in an earlier birth they were very kind to you and you did not acknowledge their kindness. Now they have come only to take hisab kitab from you, that's all. So it is a loan which is paid back. You should rejoice, you should feel happy.
Dearest Dada, if a guru gives Naam to one disciple and not the other, does it mean the disciple is sinful?
No. It doesn't mean that. It only means that the time has not yet come for him. The Guru will give Naam only at the right time. Yes.
In today's times, it's all about multitasking.
Now we have two tasks before us. One is my answers. The other is the breaking of this meeting. You can ask the last question, or last but one. We can have two more questions.
In the midst of so much work, how does one feel the constant presence of God?
Go and ask the mother who has given birth to a child. The child is lying in a cradle. The mother is working in the kitchen. But all the time, though she is working in the kitchen, all the time her attention is focused on the child that is in the cradle. Why? Because she loves the child. Therefore, all you need to do is to develop love of God. You should love Him so much that you can think of nothing else. Your hands will be busy working. Your mouth may be busy talking. But all the time your attention is focused on God. Love God, love God, love God. Gratitude is only one step in the ladder of love. We begin with, we say, thank you God, thank you God. Today you have said thank you God so many times. I tell you, you have drawn nearer to God.
When a person dies, why do we cry and remember him? When a person is alive, we have no value for him. How should we change this attitude?
Gratitude. Change your attitude, pick up the quality of gratitude. There was a poet. He had a very good wife who used to serve him, who used to keep things ready for him, always at the right time. He wrote many poems. But suddenly one day, their wife died. Suddenly, she was not ill, but she just died. And this poet said, how unlucky I am. I wrote so many poems on so many people, but on the one person to whom I feel indebted, I did not write a poem at all. Therefore, as you grow in the quality of gratitude, also grow simultaneously. Actually, the two are only two sides of the same coin. Grow in the quality of appreciation. Appreciation. Appreciate people. You don't know how happy people feel when you appreciate them. They may not show it, but I have gone into their hearts and I have seen how happy they feel when they are appreciated. A little appreciation makes them, and appreciation draws out the best in a person. The best in a person comes out when he is appreciated.
Dada, we think that we know you, but you are so deep and so profound. When will we really know the real Dada?
I don't know myself, now you want to know me.
How did you like the Qawwali today? How much did you enjoy the musical Qawwali which they were doing? It was such a beautiful event. How did you like it?
My master taught me to like everything. He said, like everything. If you want to find fault with anything, you should find fault with yourself.